Today I am sharing the way I am now storing my stencils. Hopefully I will use them more. Let's get sharing. So over the next few days, as I'm feeling a little better, I'm trying to kind of organize a few items in my scrap room. And I will show you those as I can. Right now I am working on my stencils. And this all started because I was organizing, I have a lot of lawn fawn stencils, like pretty much every single one, I think except for one, because I was like, I'll never use that. And even ones I won't use, that I pretty much am thinking I won't use, like this mountain one. I don't know if I'll ever use that. It seems like there was one that I bought that I was like, oh, why did I buy that? Yeah, I just have a few. See, just a few. I guess I'm not finding the one I was thinking. I don't know. It just seemed like it was a weird one. Maybe it's one I just didn't buy. I think I've used this cloud one because it's got some lines on it. But I know I've used this cloud one because I have it up in my storage up there. So I don't know if I'll just use that one or what, because I'm also, getting a pile of stencils that I have doubles and triples of, which is one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I started organizing my stencils in these pads. I don't call them pads, but in these folders. There's Sizzix folders. And I was using also the Close to My Heart 12 by 12 paper folders. Then I started getting the stamp, sorry, I moved to the other side, the stamp envelopes. And I thought, oh, this is great. And so I was labeling them, and I have like little sets over here that I have the little labels. And I was like, this is for Dream Maker. There's 4 stencils for that I cut apart. And then I was going to put them in here. Well, then I started thinking, is that smart? You know, is it smart to do it that way? Am I going to use it? How am I going to know what it looks like? And I was like, well, I could cut up the catalog and put the little picture in there and it'll tell me. And I was like, but wouldn't it tell me better if I actually did something about it? So I decided to create a stencil book. This one is the doily one. This is Card Front Stencil Pack number 2. And it is from the 2021-2022 catalog, and it has a mandala, which is kind of this doily mandala looking one. It has vines and it has flowers, which, you know, cool. And I should be using these. I'm not a collector. I'm really a collector. But here's the floral one, here's the vine one, and I want to show myself what they look like, what I can do with these, and then as well as that, use them. I mean, weird notion, right? So this one is from the 2022-2023. This is one's the grid, dashes, dots, hearts, and flowers from the Card Front Stencils. And this has this really, cool one. Sorry, it's in plastic too, so that doesn't help. And then we've got this grid, which I ended up taking linen first through, and then I just did the bottom with Mink so I could give it some extra definition. So maybe I'd be like, hey, I really like that. I can do that. Well, the ones that are 3, there was 3 on the piece, I cut. And so I've got those just in this little, I think it's 4x6 for my photos. And so I have it marked what it is, and I have a little sample. And I tried to do everything either with linen or with Mink. And I've been using Mink a little more right now because it's just one color. I used, let me see if I can find it. It's the one that has the travel and stuff. I misplaced part of the Explore one, but I was really liking how that turned out because I used, I'm looking still for the other piece, but so I used linen on the back, and then I used Mink on the bottom, and I like the definition that gave it. And there is one more piece as well as the grass piece, but I wasn't really liking, the grass piece, but I did put it in with that. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Let me show you what it ends up looking like. I've got little bits of this tape that I'm using as well so that it kind of stays in place. I did order a new thing. I want to say it's by Waffle Flower. It's supposed to ship around the first week of August. Hopefully I'm on one of the first lists. I got the information through Jennifer McQuire, and it is a stencil helper thingy, and I will link below and on my blog Jennifer McGuire's video for that, because I immediately saw it and then went to Waffle Flower, watched their video, and then proceeded to purchase it because it's like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. And there's a couple pieces I haven't purchased yet. One was a stencil extender, and because I didn't understand what it was, and I put my order in actually just from Jennifer McGuire's video. It was after I had ordered, I watched the Waffle Flower video. I recommend watching both of them because of the fact that the Waffle Flower video explained the extender, and Jennifer McQuire was just explaining the first bits. It is really cool. Really cool, and I'm excited. I hope it gets here soon because I think that it will help me because I need help. So it's not it's not perfect. It is just a one color. I do like it though. It's a very nice. I like it's darker down here, lighter up here, which is kind of what I wanted to. And then I've got a baby wipe next to me that I'm just kind of taking some of the ink off. And then I have these little, and these are cheapy ones. I have, of course, better ones, but those are more for my layouts, so I didn't want to waste them on that, and I can spend a little bit less money and store my stencils in here, and I can replace them pretty easy. So now that doily one, which I've kind of called doily on here, but I've called it a mandala on here, possibly spelt it wrong, which par for the course. And I will not say I've ever excelled in spelling. So I've got that, and then I will do another paper. I could honestly just put it on the back of this, but I decided I wanted to be able to move things around. So I have another sheet of paper here, and let's grab this floral one. It's really pretty. And I'm just hoping that this will make it to where I am grabbing these more, using them. I mean, why do we buy things if we're not going to use them, right? Except to collect them. So again, with the Mink ink, and I am just using this little guy because it's easy and I have it right here. And then I have extras of these. I will say the ones that I have purchased through Tim Holtz, the little foams, work a lot longer than the ones I have bought for cheapy on Amazon. But since I don't use them very often right now, I'm going to keep buying the Amazon ones until I need to buy the others. But definitely the stencils mess these little pads up. So probably using those little brushes would be good too. I know that Jennifer McQuire had some amazing looking stencil brushes that I was very interested in, but I had to put my money in one spot because I was already getting a lecture about spending money. I get those every once in a while. This just happened to be one of those times when I did. Okay, so there's some little bleepies. Let's get those off. Ooh, that's really pretty. Isn't that pretty? And that's just in Mink. That's not even like in really pretty colors. Oh, this one is grabby. So I'm going to have to try and dry it and get these little baby wipe bits off. So much for keeping it clean real easy. But it's very pretty. I really like this floral one. If you don't have these stencils, I would grab them. These are discontinuing in a few days. I'm sure that they'll be around until they're gone, but they won't be reordering them. So if you don't have them, I would advise getting them if you like stenciling, or again, a collector like me who wants to stencil more. That's pretty easy, pretty cheap. I will put links to these products on Amazon And because again, I wanted to do this inexpensive and quickly. And I've seen people put holes in the sides. I've seen people just store them kind of the way I was storing them before in these Sizzix and close to my heart little plastics. But I was just not seeing where I was going to be able to find what I needed. And so I think that this idea will help me for a little while. And if it doesn't work, we can always change it up. So thank you so much for coming by today. I'm sorry I've been a little behind on videos. Thank you for your patience and well wishes while I was dealing with COVID. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment. And have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.